My name is James Carter. 10 years ago, I donated my liver to save my daughter Sophia's life. 5 years ago, I purchased a $3 million penthouse condo in downtown Chicago so she could live the high society life she craved. But over time, Sophia started seeing me as a liability, not the father who gave everything for her. When she crossed a line at her lavish winter gala, humiliating me in front of her elite friends, I made a decision that reshaped both our lives. What happened next taught Sophia a lesson in gratitude she'll carry forever. If this story resonates, let me know where you're reading from in the comments. Subscribe to hear how it all unfolded. This story begins a decade ago in a hospital room, February 2015, when I faced a choice between my health and my daughter's survival. Sophia, my only child, collapsed during her junior year at Northwestern University. Within 36 hours, Dr. Evelyn Harper at Chicago General gave us devastating news. Acute liver failure, likely genetic, requiring immediate intervention. I sat in that cold, fluorescent-lit waiting room, watching Sophia hooked to machines, her life slipping away. Sophia had been my world since her mother passed when she was 10. Bright, driven, radiant. Now she was fading fast. The hepatologist laid it out. Without a transplant, Sophia had maybe a year. The donor list, 4 to 6 years long. I didn't think twice. "Test me," I said. In April 2015, we went into surgery. 13 hours later, part of my liver was hers. A perfect match. The doctors called it a success. Her new liver segment functioned at 90% capacity. But organ donation isn't just a one-day event. It rewires your life. My remaining liver works harder now. I went from managing construction sites to doing part-time consulting. Some days I'm drained by mid-morning, tethered to a strict diet and meds that fill a weekly organizer. Sophia, though, she bounced back. Within 8 months, she was back at Northwestern, graduating with honors. A year later, she landed a $90,000 a year PR job at Elite Horizons, complete with a company phone and expense account. I was proud my sacrifice gave her a second chance. But then the drift began. Sophia got swept up in a new world. Designer handbags, rooftop bars, and her boyfriend Ethan's old money crowd, people with penthouses and private jets. She visited my modest apartment less often, her eyes lingering on my work boots or the faded couch. "Dad, you should upgrade your place," she'd say. "Maybe get a sleeker car, you're not that old." I'd laugh it off, but it stung. The real shift hit in 2019. Sophia called, panicked. Ethan's parents were coming to town, and her cramped studio apartment wasn't cutting it. "Dad, I can't host them there. They'll think I'm a nobody." So, I drained my savings, took a hefty loan, and bought her a $3 million penthouse condo in Chicago's Gold Coast. Floor-to-ceiling windows, marble floors, a view of Lake Michigan. "Think of it as an early inheritance," I told her. She hugged me, tears in her eyes, promising never to forget it. I kept the title in my name, call it a gut feeling. I told myself I'd transfer it later. Sophia moved in and her status skyrocketed. Ethan's family adored the place. She threw cocktail parties, brunches, and charity galas, climbing the social ladder. But I became a background figure. Invitations to her events turned into polite suggestions that I might be too worn out to attend. Our weekly dinners dwindled to occasional texts. When I visited my condo, she seemed uneasy, like I was a guest who might ruin the vibe. By December 2024, the truth was undeniable. Sophia was living a life I funded while treating me like an outdated accessory. Let's talk numbers because they cut through the fog. Monthly condo payment, $4,200. Property taxes, $2,500 quarterly. Insurance, $5,000 a year. Utilities, $400 a month since Sophia kept the AC at a crisp 68 degrees. My total contribution to her lifestyle, about $75,000 annually. Her contribution? Nothing. Worse, Sophia had crafted a narrative where she was a self-made success. She posted Instagram stories of herself sipping wine in her kitchen, accepting praise for her decor, hinting at her savvy real estate investments. Meanwhile, I lived in a one-bedroom rental, managing medical bills from the transplant, $280,000 total, with $35,000 out of pocket after insurance. Did she remember? Did she care? I was starting to doubt it. The breaking point came in November 2024. Sophia called about Thanksgiving. "Dad, Ethan's family is hosting a formal dinner. It's upscale, lots of important people. Maybe you should sit this one out, you get so tired." Tired. As if my exhaustion was a quirk, not the cost of her survival. I spent Thanksgiving alone, eating takeout, telling myself it was fine. Then came the call that broke me. December 8th, a Monday evening. I was reviewing paperwork from my old friend and realtor, Mike Sullivan. Sophia called, music and chatter in the background. "Dad, we need to talk about the winter gala at the condo. It's a big deal. Ethan's dad's investors, some city council members, major networking for me." I waited. "The thing is, these people are particular. Image is everything. I think it's best if you don't come." "Sophia, it's Christmas season." I know, but this crowd, judge appearances, backgrounds, everything. You're kind of rough around the edges, Dad. It's not personal, just business. Rough around the edges. The man who gave her life twice wasn't polished enough for her gala. So you're embarrassed of me. It's not embarrassment. It's strategy. Ethan's dad might promote me. This night could define my career. What about Christmas Day, family time? We'll be wiped from the party. Maybe we can grab coffee later that week. That was it. I saw two paths. Keep enabling her, stay the silent benefactor she sidelined, or draw a line. This wasn't just about respect or gratitude. It was about who I'd be moving forward. Would I keep sacrificing for a daughter who erased me from her story? Or would I teach her that actions have consequences? I looked at Mike's paperwork. Condo deed, loan statements, all in my name, James Carter. Maybe it was time Sophia faced reality. I decided to try one last honest talk. On December 10th, I drove to the condo, my condo, and let myself in. Sophia was arranging lilies in a glass vase, the place sparkling for her gala. Caterers had been through, every surface gleamed. She looked startled. Dad, why are you here? We need to talk, Sophia. Ethan's getting ready upstairs. We have a dinner in 45 minutes. This won't take long. I sat at the marble island. About the gala, you said I don't fit. She avoided my eyes, fussing with the flowers. Dad, we discussed this. It's about optics. Optics, do you remember when you were dying? Her hands froze. That was ages ago. 10 years. Do you remember what the doctor said? A year, maybe, without a transplant. Yes, but why bring it up now? Because I'm trying to understand how we went from me giving you part of my liver to you being ashamed of me. I'm not ashamed. It's about fitting in with this crowd. Fitting in the condo I bought with the liver I gave you. She flinched. Don't throw that in my face. Throw it in your face, Sophia. My liver function is at 20% now. I'm tired because I gave you half my organ. It's not a hobby, it's permanent. She shifted uncomfortably. I didn't ask you to do that. The words hit like a slap. You didn't ask, I chose to save your life. I'm grateful, Dad, I am. When have you shown it? By cutting me out of Thanksgiving, your gala, your life. She crossed her arms. I don't owe you my whole social calendar. Your social calendar in the condo I'm paying for. I didn't demand the condo. You offered, because you were ashamed of your studio. I thought I was helping family. We are family, but I can't build my career around your feelings. There it was, the truth. Her career versus my existence. As if acknowledging me would ruin her, I stood. Sophia, you hit the jackpot having a father who'd give you his liver, but people who forget their luck tend to lose it. I walked out. At home, I spread Mike's paperwork across my table. Condo deed, James Carter. Loan statements, James Carter. I called Mike. James, you looking at those investment docs? Yeah, hypothetical question. If I wanted to change the condo situation, what's possible? Mike, who'd known me since our army days, paused. You own it outright. You can do whatever you want, sell, evict, anything. Sophia's not a tenant, she's a guest. How fast could it happen? Cash buyers in Chicago, listed tomorrow, offers in 48 hours, close in 10 days. That place is worth $3.2 million now. $3.2 million. Enough for a smaller place, better healthcare, a secure retirement. Mike, one more thing. Can you quietly check what cash buyers would offer? Don't list it yet. James, this is big, you sure? It's my condo, always was. Okay, but this changes everything with Sophia. I know. After hanging up, I sat in my cramped rental thinking. Selling would teach Sophia a brutal lesson, that her perfect life was built on my sacrifices. But it would also free me to live with dignity. The question was whether that lesson would save her or break her.